Latin pop, rap, and reggaeton have been shaping global music for years. Modern artists like Sean Paul helped bring Caribbean sounds to the mainstream, while Shakira helped prove that Latin artists could build long-term sustained global careers on the world's biggest stages. What once felt like a niche market is now a driving force in pop culture, headlining festivals, dominating streaming platforms, and influencing music worldwide. You don't have to speak Spanish or even really know much about Latin music to feel Bad Bunny's impact. In just a few years, he went from uploading songs online to becoming the most streamed artist in the world, without changing his language, his sound, or who he is. This isn't just crossover success, this is the culture shifting. Welcome to episode 14 of For Beginners, where we break down the story, the importance, and the global impact of Bad Bunny. For Beginners. If I scratch these, I am losing my deposit. Bad Bunny was born Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio on March 10, 1994 in Vega Baja, Puerto Rico. He chose the name Bad Bunny after a childhood photo of himself dressed as a bunny with a grumpy expression, liking the contrast of something playful with a tougher edge as he began releasing music online. His rise didn't begin in a traditional studio or industry pipeline. Before global stages and chart dominance, he was recording music independently while working as a bagger at a supermarket in Puerto Rico, balancing long shifts with late-night recording sessions. His early songs stood out quickly. They were darker, moodier, and more introspective than much of the reggaeton dominating the moment. Instead of chasing radio formulas, he leaned into emotion, atmosphere, and a vocal style that felt personal and unpolished. That originality caught attention fast. Streaming traction led to collaborations, and collaborations led to visibility. But even early on, Bad Bunny resisted being reshaped into something more marketable. The tone, the language, and the attitude stayed intact. By the time he reached mainstream audiences, he didn't feel like a new artist being introduced. He felt fully formed. Beyond the music, he's been intentional with his visibility, through fashion, public statements, and visual imagery, from painted nails to non-traditional silhouettes. Bad Bunny has challenged expectations around masculinity while also speaking on issues like gender-based violence and LGBTQ+ rights. These moments aren't side notes, they're part of how he shows up on the world's biggest stages. At his core, Bad Bunny's music is built on reggaeton and Latin trap, but he's never treated those styles as fixed rules. He stretches them, slows them down, strips them back, or blends them with pop, rock, and experimental elements depending on the mood. One of the biggest differences is pace and atmosphere. Where much of mainstream reggaeton is designed to be high energy and club ready, Bad Bunny is comfortable letting songs breathe. Calladita rides a relaxed, sun-soaked groove, while Yo Perreo Sola flips expectations by pairing a catchy beat with a clear message of autonomy and self-expression. Lyrically, he moves freely between celebration and introspection. A song like Dakiti feels hypnotic and understated, built more on mood than spectacle. Vocally, he leans into raw conversational delivery rather than a polished pop performance. It makes the music feel immediate, like you're inside the moment instead of being sold one. Put simply, Bad Bunny doesn't chase trends. He uses genre as a foundation, then builds whatever he wants on top of it. Songs like Titi Mi Pregunta show his playful storytelling, while Moscow Mule highlight how comfortable he is letting restraint set the mood. Bad Bunny had momentum early, but the true breakthrough came when that momentum turned into global dominance. In 2020, he released Yo Hago Lo Que Me Da La Gana, translating to I Do Whatever I Want, an album that just didn't succeed. It overwhelmed the conversation and placed him at the center of global music. Later that same year, El Último Tour del Mundo made history as the first all-Spanish album to debut at #1 on the Billboard 200. From that point forward, Bad Bunny wasn't just participating in global pop culture, he was shaping it. The question stopped being, can he do this? And quickly became, who else is operating at this level? Bad Bunny's albums don't just mark time, they document growth. His debut album, Por Siempre, meaning forever, introduced him as more than a singles artist. Tracks like Estamos Bien, meaning we're all good, balanced optimism and realism, while Ni Bien Ni Mal, meaning neither good nor bad, showcased the laid-back confidence that would become a signature. With Yo Hago Lo Que Me Da La Gana, he leaned fully into experimentation and scale. Songs like Zafaera felt chaotic, playful, and intentionally unpredictable. This is undeniable proof that he wasn't interested in polishing his sound for mass appeal. Later that year, El Último Tour del Mundo slowed things down. Tracks like La Noche de Anoche, roughly translating to The Night Last Night, emphasized vulnerability and restraint, showing that emotional depth could coexist with dominance. By Un Verano Sin Ti, Bad Bunny was operating at full cultural saturation. Songs like Me Porto Bonito, roughly translating to I Behave Nicely or I Behave Pretty, felt warm, melodic, and timeless rather than trend-driven. This is the album that feels like the best place to start if you're new to his music. Each album sounds like a snapshot of where he chose to go next, not as a response to the market. Bad Bunny's impact becomes even clearer on stage. His live shows rely less on spectacle and more on presence, confidence, and connection. His 2023 headlining set at Coachella showed what global dominance truly looks like, performing entirely in Spanish before one of the world's largest festival audiences. His appearance at WWE Backlash in 2023 in Puerto Rico was something else entirely. Walking into a hometown crowd on a global stage, the reaction wasn't just loud, it was emotional, underscoring how deeply his success is tied to his identity and pride. And for a stripped-down perspective, his 2025 Tiny Desk concert revealed how well his songs hold up without production or visuals. Together, these moments show the full range of Bad Bunny live: scale, control, and cultural connection. Bad Bunny's influence is already visible across the industry. In the streaming era, he helped shift attention away from language and toward reach, showing that global audiences form around connection and consistency. His impact goes well beyond charts. Through visibility and intention, he normalized a broader range of expression at the highest level of fame. And the most important part of his legacy is that it's still being written. Well, my friends, that is Bad Bunny for beginners. Bad Bunny didn't become influential by chasing approval. He built his career by trusting his instincts and letting the audience meet him where he was. His success isn't about trends or moments. It's about consistency, intention, and presence. You don't need to know everything about Bad Bunny to appreciate what he's done. You just have to press play. I want to take one final moment and just thank you for being here. And to everyone new to this channel, welcome. As of this moment right now, we're closing in on 2,000 subscribers. That is so unbelievable. And I'm so very glad that you found us. If you enjoyed this video, comment, like, subscribe. All of that really does help out the channel. Coming up in the next episode, we're going to take a step back to one of the true foundations of modern music, James Brown, an artist whose influence can be heard everywhere, whether you realize it or not. Thanks for coming along on this journey with me. We'll see you next time.